Grandpa Artiano was a typical Italian San Pedro fisherman. Never left his roots. Didn't speak English very well. The household always spoke the Ishkadan dialect. The food and traditions were strictly Italian. He never got a driver's license. Never did anything different than he would in Ischia. And he was a fisherman all his life. My other grandfather was DiMassa, a completely different person. The person I'm named after. He came to New York in 1905. He was a seaman. He jumped ship. We always called him a fugitive. He didn't go through Ellis Island. The fishing business was flourishing at that time in 1919, up until about 1960, 65. When I was a young boy, I went to work for my father in the fish market. My father followed in the business. I was 12, so about 1953. We'd come to work in the morning about 5 o'clock, and there'd be boats 2 and 3 deep with all kinds of local fish, anything you could, mackerel, sardines, sculpin, and just one-man boats. Guys would go out with hook and lines or scoop fishermen, and there was plenty of fish, and it was just a jumping area. The fish markets at that time were located on the foot of 22nd Street, and there's 12 individual stalls. There were 12 businesses in this area, and a lot of them were our relatives. My grandfather started 3 of the businesses. The one he ended up with was called LA Fish and Oyster Company, but he actively was involved in the startup of Ocean Fish Company, which is still there, Independent Fish Company, which is no longer there, but at the time was, and then LA Fish and Oyster Company. So half my relatives were down there, working either in our fish market or another one. And my grandfather was there until the day he died. He would be there. He'd be the cook, and there'd be his partner from 20 years before, and they'd be down there kibitzing. There'd be pinochle games going on with the old retired fishermen. When a boat would come in, half the family would be there to see what the catch was, you know. The old man would be there and his uncles, and it was a big community thing.